Hey there, I'm Lainey Lipsky, parenting coach and master teacher. Parenting is hard. I totally get it, and I'm here to make it easier for you. Especially if you had a tough childhood or you've got a tough child now, I've got your back. So take a deep breath, relax, and check out this clip from my coaching group this week. And remember to hit like and subscribe if you like my vibe. Let's get started. All right, the question is, I honestly don't know how to calm my boys down at times, like at dinner time, for example. They're so happy and being silly and having a great time, but they're so loud and in their own words, they are in their own worlds, excuse me, and they're not properly listening. It's a weird place because they're not being mean or rude and they're not listening appropriately at the same time. They're loud, they're being silly. You don't want to take any of that away, but we're all sharing a table. I can't seem to get them to chill. I don't know if this makes sense. It totally makes sense. It's such a good question. But you're continuing that I am trying to teach them that there's a time and a place for the sillies and they need to know when to stop. If my husband or I need a little bit more of calm from them, we want them to listen and respect that. Again, it's weird because they're being so cute and loud. The volume is so loud, the jokes and energy, it's a lot. It's like Boy Time Central. Not sure if this is just acting their age and we're asking too much. Balance is the goal. Okay, so I love this question and it's something I've actually wanted to talk about for a while. So we've talked a lot about how when our kids are upset, they're going to a different part of their brain. They're going into that mammal state of their brain where they are just being really reactive, but sort of in a negative way, if we're going to make it negative, right? If we're going to judge it in this way, which it's not bad, it's just a negative state. The same thing can happen with siblings and even solo kids when they are in a hyped up state that's happy and excited. They're actually in a mammal state where if you have a sibling or you have a friend who just, you can't stop laughing when you're together, even when people are like, stop it, I need you to be serious. You're like, you can't control it. That's a mammal state of brain. And if we're able to recognize it as such, we can be smart and strategic and do two things that I would recommend. Number one, don't try to make them like come to attention and be serious because that will only backfire and infuriate you. So instead of that, have them step outside and like get it out, like get the sillies out, get the volume out away from you. And all you're asking is like, guys, take it outside for a couple of minutes, get loud and it will die down. Just like the negative mammal brain stuff, the difficult feelings die down. It's an emotional wave. So will the sillies and so will the excitement. And the second thing that I was going to say is that it's really important to not take this personally as in they are not respecting you. This is actually a state of their brain that they're in. And you can imagine like if you have a dog or you have a cat and you're trying to be serious with them, but they think it's a game, like my dog, if I'm trying to get something away from her and she thinks it's a game, her tail's wagging, she's running around, whatever, it's infuriating. But if I'm chasing her and trying to get her to obey or come to me, it just makes the game that much more riled up. So, like, I have a sister who's very close in age to me, and we would get just a case of the sillies, and it would drive my mom ape. It would drive her ape. So I know what it feels like to be the sister, the child in that. And I know because I have that with my own kids sometimes, they're chasing each other. They're chasing, it's just like, it's this crazy animal thing. But I want you to see it as a brain state. The calmer you can be, the more they will come down to meet you. Okay. So those are a few tips to handle that. Don't try to reason with them. Don't try to get louder. Don't try to have them snap to attention. Send them to a safe place where they can just kind of get it all out and then return to the table, in this case, the dinner table, um, when they're calmer. And it's not like be appropriate, it's like they have to get it out. They have to come over that wave. Okay? Does that help you? I hope that helps. Bedtime too, same thing, and it can also be a form of being tired. If this happens at bedtime regularly, there's such a thing as being wired when you're tired, and that is a brain state. So just keeping everything calm. If you try to get louder, you try to snap them to attention, not going to work. Whispering, I've talked about whispering a lot. The power of whispering can be very, very powerful. But the trick is to have your own body be relaxed, have your own voice be relaxed. Make sure you are telling yourself all of the things that we talk about with self-talk here, right? All of the things like, this is one evening, this is not an emergency, this will pass, I'm safe. All the things that are going to keep you calm and keep your voice actually calm. Because if you're like fake calm, I call it, you're like holding your body still, but your voice is like really tense, your kids will, in that state, especially in that mammal state of their brain, they will pick up on that. They do, because they're in that limbic state of mind. Yeah, share the video. Totally share the video and just keep the brain state in mind because it'll help you be less pissed. And if I can just help you understand things to the point where you're less pissed and you're being less triggered, then I feel like I've done my job. I really hope this video was helpful to you. Feel free to share it and use the comments to ask a question or to request a topic for the future. We've got links below for free support with things like discipline, teaching your kids how to be more gritty, and how to be more patient with your kids, plus access to my free coaching group. So be sure to check those links out. And remember, we get one shot at parenthood. Our kids only get one shot at their childhood. So let's make it count. Click like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.